So, in this part 2 of our Bangalore to Rajasthan trip, we started from Udaipur and we are on our way to the mighty Kumbhalgarh Fort. So, let's go for it. So here is Kumbhalgarh Fort from a distance of more than a kilometer, and the fort is so huge that you can only take a complete snap of it from a distance of around 2 kilometers where there is a viewpoint. So this fort has a 36-kilometer long boundary, I think only next to the Great Wall of China. This fort is also the birthplace of the great Maharana Pratap. Yes, the great Maharana Pratap was born in Kumbhalgarh Fort. Hindu and Jain temples are found within the fort. The fort was built by Rana Kumbha in the 15th century, and that's how it derived its name, Kumbhalgarh. It was 5:30 in the evening when we signed off from Kumbhalgarh Fort, and we are heading towards Chittorgarh. So it's a long way to go and we will only reach after darkness. It's becoming very chilly here, quite cold, yes, and let's find our way out. We all have heard about the Jauhar of Rani Padmavati. This had happened in this fort, in the fort of Chittorgarh, more than 700 years ago. Jauhar was a practice of mass self-immolation by women when they realized that their kingdom is definitely going in the hands of enemies in the war. And this practice was accompanied by Saka by men, which is the last stand in a battle. So from Chittorgarh we are heading towards the capital city of Jaipur, yes, better known as the Pink City. First place we visited in Jaipur was the Hawa mahal, which was built in 1799 by Savai Pratap Singh. The word Savai means more than 100, or precisely 1.25 of an average man in worth. Our next destination in Jaipur was the Jaipur City Palace. So let's take a look. There were two huge silver jars in the Jaipur Palace which were used by Savai Madho Singh to carry Ganga Jal for drinking purposes when he travelled to England. After Jaipur Palace, the next destination was Amer Fort, which has the famous Sheesh Mahal. So let's watch it out. The intricately designed Sheesh Mahal. The film Jodha Akbar was shot in Amer Fort. Within the palace of Amer Fort, we also have Raja Man Singh's palace. Yes, the famous Raja Man Singh, who was Akbar's general. On the way back from Amer Fort, we visited the Jal Mahal, which is a small palace in the middle of a lake. From here, we headed to Jaigarh Fort in Jaipur and captured some magnificent snaps of the fort and its hilly surroundings. Let's catch a glimpse. .360-degree panoramic view from Jaigarh Fort hilltop. Jaigarh Fort is also known for the Jaivan cannon, which is the world's heaviest cannon. From Jaigarh Fort, we move to another fort in the vicinity, which is called Nahargarh Fort. It's a beautiful fort which is also open at night, and from here I got a glimpse of the pink city of Jaipur. From the city of Jaipur, we headed towards Bhangarh, which was close by. City of Bhangarh is known as the haunted town, a spooky town. Many people have experienced paranormal presence in the city of Bhangarh. Here goes few of the spooky havelis and the ruins of an old palace in Bhangarh. Let's have a 360-degree view of Bhangarh. We celebrated Diwali in Jaipur with a sumptuous dal bati churma thali, and then it's time to move on to Bikaner in part 3.